ReefDVMs coming at you here with an update on the Dream Tank here behind me, and basically I thought I'd just sit down with you guys and share some thoughts as to things we want to put in the system and why. This system needs an RODI unit, and we've got plenty of it set up. We got a 75 gallon per day one going and a 150 gallon per day one, both bought through Bulk Reef Supply. Certainly great units. Highly recommend them to our clients, family, and friends. They certainly will help us with the Dream Tank. Another thing that we recommend for people that don't need to skimp on is a controller. Spend the money, folks, get a good controller. For our system here behind me, we're going to go with the Apex. Apex is a nice controller. Yes, we've used Digital Reef Aquatics and a few other controllers, but the Apex does what we like, has a nice screen and easeability to use, which we like too. The flow in this tank, we're going to go with Tunzi. It's what we like. Doesn't mean Ecotech, doesn't mean Hydor, or any of those are bad. They're great systems. They probably work for multiple people, but the German engineering on the Tunzi has just worked well for us. We like the fact that they're dead quiet and they've got good controllability of flow, both in the tank and electrically, which we like. Certainly we want to have a good lighting system. We're going to go with the customizable AI Vegas for that reason. Our other favorite would probably be the high output T5s, but again, because they're kind of like toys and we can mimic the sun with them now with the UV pucks in them, we're going to go with the AI Vegas. We also recommend that you spend some money on a good skimmer. Nothing can wreck a system faster than putting in a skimmer that can't handle the load or get the load out of the tank. A skimmer is definitely your workhorse, folks. Buy a good one. In our situation, we like the Vertex, we like the Reef Octopus, and we like the Bubble Kings. Great brands. Bubble Magnus maybe be in there too. We're going to go with Reef Octopus, recirculating skimmer here on this one, and I think it'll work out real good for us. Next topic, when it comes to our tank and system, is we're probably not going to go with a calcium reactor. They are very effective in what they do. They're a little tedious to set up with their little air drips and stuff. They certainly can handle very, very large tank systems quite effectively. But since we're on that borderline of medium-sized tank yet, we're going to go with a good old standard 2-part. And when it comes to 2-part, which is actually 3-part in my mind, I like to make sure I'm buying high-quality products. And for that, we're going to go ahead, and the first product we're going to pick on is Magnesium. We want to make sure that our product we use has both salts in it at an equal concentration and a good mixture. And for that, we've done some research, which I wish I could express to you, but due to issues with copywriting and so forth, I'll just tell you that we found some pretty good products. And in this case, one of our favorites is the Bulk Reef Supply Magnesium. It can be bought in bulk, it can be bought in pre-portioned packages. It certainly works out good. Another company that we've had good success with when it comes to magnesium is the Brightwell Aquatics product. They also make a dissolvable product that you can mix up, and it works really good in our system and in other systems we've used it in. So we'd highly recommend that one too. Again, this video is about things we'd recommend and things we're going to use in this Dream Tank here behind us. Another thing that we'd like to at least let people know about is our calcium product. We like to use a lab grade kind of product, a high-end type product. And I like to use one that's not hyper concentrated or just the opposite, so weak that it can't do the job and you end up dumping tons of it into the tank. So for us, again, Brightwell Aquatics makes a good one, but I've had a lot of good success using the calcium from Bulk Reef Supply. It's worked really well for us. Certainly, calcium chloride is our choice there. There are different versions of calcium that can be put into a tank, but that's the one that we've had the best success with in keeping our levels up, not precipitating out, and certainly dissolving. And again, the brand there I show you up in the corner. Let's talk now about alkalinity. The one I prefer the most is the BRS brand. I like it because it mixes up well. It's really easy to apply. Bulk soda ash is fairly inexpensive from them, and it's pretty pure, which is what I want. So with that said, there are some great brands out there that you can go with, but that's the one we've had the best luck with, folks. And again, the reason we're making this video is to show you what we recommend to our friends, family, and clients. For carbon dosing, that's a little touchier subject because there's different ways you can do that. You've got everything from biopellets to Zeovits, Zeostart, to basic vodka dosing. And believe it or not, we've done all of them. And our favorites at this present time would either be the vodka dosing or the Zeostart 3. The vodka dosing is quite nice if you buy a good vodka, don't switch brands, be consistent, and put in the proper amounts. The bio pellets do work. I know a lot of people like them. For me, it's about the controllability of what they dump back into the tank. I know there are some companies out there now making some kind of recirculation type reactors for them, which is great. But until they get to be a little bit more proven in their science, I'm just not going to be able to back those up yet. After using them, I can honestly tell you that if you're not careful, they can leave some residue in the tank. You can actually push the bacteria to develop too much, and you can either have die-off of the bacteria or die-off of the tank. And that gets a little sticky with using those on a tank that you want to be pristine. So again, our favorites when it comes to carbon dosing is definitely the vodka or the Zeovit system. In this case, the carbon part of it is the ZeoStart. We've had the best luck with those. Yes, they can be a little pricey on the Zeovit line, a little bit labor intensive, but a good product nonetheless. Hot button with fish food too. Boy, do companies put the junk in fish food. There's so many different preservatives, additives, and sometimes even just bad water that's been frozen in with this food. It's unbelievable. I tend to keep fish food simple, folks. I like the Reef chili. I like the Two Little Fishes marine snow, and that's pretty much about it. I keep it simple with products that I know I've tested and tried and they work. Of course, that leads us right into additives. Oh, additives are the same way. They're kind of pricey. You can buy cheap stuff, you can buy medium grade stuff, you can buy high-end stuff. The only additives, folks, that we've been using are the Zeovit ones. They're high-end, made in Germany kind of products. Again, those Germans, they just love to make a good product. Matter of fact, they're almost insulted when you call over there and ask them what's in their product, because they feel like they put the best stuff in their product and they don't even need to be questioned about it. But again, proof's in the pudding. Check out the Zeovit forum. You'll see fantastic tanks. There's nothing that can grow better in SPS in our mind than Zeovit with additives. There's no junk in them, unlike the local fish store brands. They tend to put stuff in there. Wish I could get into more depth and detail, but it would be a whole video all in of itself. But I'm talking about things like EDTA and so forth. I'm talking about waters that aren't clean and pure. They just all make a headache when it comes to additives, folks. So I tend to stick with the high-end additives. Whether or not you're running the Zeovit system or not, these additives are the bomb. With that being said, if you put additives in your tank and you've got fish, you're going to need to remove junk. And I'm talking about kind of like toxic type junk. And for that, you need a good carbon source. And carbons are a dime a dozen at any local fish store. But we like lab grade carbon. We use the ROX8. It's been a great carbon for us. It's only sold in a couple places. I certainly understand that. We get ours through BRS. Works great. It's a fantastic carbon if you're just doing a passive carbon through the system. You're not running it through a reactor. You're just letting water flow through it. We like it. We use it. We change it once a month. It's a great carbon for us. I hope you've enjoyed this video, folks. This is just a kind of insight to the products that we're going to use in this Dream Tank behind me. Again, these are products we recommend. These are products that we know are a little bit on the more expensive side, but we've done our homework and our research, and we've looked into these products, and they're very good products. They tend to hold up well, again, with very little impurities and junk in them. The equipment lasts, which is what we like. Yes, it's a little pricey, but it's the stuff we recommend here at ReefDVMs. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe or like and continue to follow us as we put together this Dream Tank build here behind me, and we'll catch you next time.